in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender. To show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase with me, Chase. So Katt Williams recently went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he kind of revealed behind the curtain a little bit of, you know, those things we suspect that goes on in Hollywood, but it's all very vague or conspiratory. And I'm going to get to my opinion on that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a listen and see what he's saying in regards to the trans agenda that is in Hollywood, all right? So let's get our headphones on.
Whole industries can be built upon your ability to know how certain things are going to hit certain people. And this was before we called things promotion and marketing. You know what I mean? That's Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like, that's great that happens.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, it is almost as if every movie you go see nowadays, it hits you over the head with some sort of messaging. And Disney is especially worse. The reason Disney gets so much of the brunt of it, because other studios obviously do it, but the reason Disney gets hit so hard by the public is because Disney has built its complete business and reputation on being family friendly. And these kinds of things aren't family friendly. So when you got Lightyear that puts in some girl-on-girl action, or Strange World with non-binary, I have a list here, or Elemental with another non-binary character, X-Men 97, okay, Morph, okay, I just had a big video on that one. Him being non-binary. What is it with the non-binary? I'm realizing that as I'm going down this list.
But propaganda is something that is important to all civilizations.
Well, propaganda in Hollywood movies is built into the ingredients list. It's like, if you want flour, you need wheat. Like, you're going to have to get the wheat. And if you want to be able to make movies about certain subjects, you have to be willing to work with some people. You become a bit of a propaganda arm for the government. And in turn, they don't f with you.
Right. But that's what makes information so powerful is, you know, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about, does following the ritual work? Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully.
Oh, yeah. That's such a great point. I mean, the first person that comes to mind is Harry Styles. But there's been so many other instances of dudes wearing a dress unironically. Like, for, I don't know. I don't know why. I as a statement or something, I don't know why. I don't wear dresses. I have no understanding of that. But he makes a great point, though.
That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future, and that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
That's interesting. I'll get more onto the transgender topic, but calling people the goat. I've never, greatest of all time is what it stands for, but is there another meaning to that? Calling people the goat.
God damn, we got some good weed, Katt. Jesus Christ.
This must be the weed talk.
I'm trying to figure out how to jump in on that.
Right. Which is my only goal.
It's only the weed talking. It's just the weed talking. Chill out. Like, this stuff, it's just the weed talking. I don't like that part, but, well, let's talk about the whole trans part. So let's kind of break down what he is saying. He's saying, like, he saw it well before, like, now that transgender would become what it is today, and probably will become even more prevalent in the future. It's a real rabbit hole that I don't know that I understand completely. Because then he says, to show allegiance, you kiss the A ring of Baphomet. I'm not saying this ain't true. Okay? Jose? I'm straight face. And I love Katt Williams. It's just I wish sometimes it could be somebody like, I don't know, Chris Pratt that comes out and says these things. It would just give, I don't know, a little bit of sense of credibility. Maybe if he did, over Katt Williams sitting with Joe Rogan smoking a joint. Okay. Again, no disrespect to Katt Williams, and honestly, I think he believes every word he says. I don't not believe it. I will say that. But here's the thing, is that it's so wild what he's saying. Why couldn't it be true? You know what I mean? Sometimes that is what's true. When it is so wild and unbelievable, because sometimes that's an advantage. If something you're doing is so wild, Baphomet and A-rings and get out of here with that, because it's so wild, unbelievable, that would never happen. That you could actually just kind of do it almost in plain sight. Best way to hide sometimes is right in plain sight. But I respect Cat Stevens coming out and saying it, because honestly, that takes a lot of courage. I do respect his opinion. So you know what? Taking it as valid. He's absolutely right. Tell me why he's not right. Tell me down in the comments why he's wrong. I think it's easier to believe it and be like, yeah, you know what? That's probably happening. That is happening than it is to justify it or work your way around it. Well, let me know what you think. Is Cat Stevens just on a different planet, or is he straight up telling it how it is? I want to know what you guys think. And if you like this video, please go down and like it. And if you have not yet already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications so you get notified every time one of my videos pops up on your feed. And as always, guys, peace out.